One of the most praised of the Epic 4E of thrash, I always felt that along with Metallica and Dark Angel, Exodus were amongst the more overrated ones out there. Sure, it wasn't the lack of aggression or heaviness, but just the fact that they lacked the sheer fun factor and songwriting skills of titanic bands like Megadeth, Anthrax, Sepultura, Forbidden and the like. The worst of bands like Slayer and Exodus was the fact that the aggression was to a fault, with little to no variation in the music or any attention paid to proper melody and dynamics. Sure, thrash is partially one-dimensional in its very nature, but these guys seem to take it to the other extreme, which seemed to work for a lot of people, but not really for me, to be honest. Anyways, just my opinion. In the past I dug a few songs off Bonded by Blood and Tempo of the Damned, but that's about it. Having said that, I really wish that I could just leave it at the above paragraph for a good summary as to how I feel about these guys and their music, because frankly that sums up the entirety of the album. Sure, the cover art is pretty cool and appealing, but apart from that the album really doesn't have anything much going for it, apart from a few songs. A sizable number of songs have good riffs, but the problem is that they are repeated ad bloody nauseam, completely robbing them of the fun value they initially had. Seriously, nothing is more annoying than hearing a few good riffs only for the band to completely suck them dry of all the potential they could have had due to the endless repetition. Now what I like to call a riff repeat syndrome is exactly what leads me to my main gripes about the album: it's too damn long. In all honesty, all the 5-6 minute songs could have easily been cut down to 3-4 minutes and it would not have made the slightest bit of difference. If anything, the album would have been a heck of a lot more enjoyable to listen to for a start. The lead and solo playing is just about passable, with mostly blues and harmonic minor runs here and there. Majority of the good riffs have already been used in previous Exodus songs and other modern albums by Testament, Kreator and Megadeth. The vocals are pretty cool, with a piercing black metal shriek employed well with the standard thrash snarl and yelling vocals mixed with the occasional gang vocals that work damn well for the most part. They really elevates the aggression level of each song and makes me wish more thrash bands would have vocals like this. All in all, Exodus are still one of the better thrash bands in the saturated modern metal scene, and the most ironic part is that Kirk's solo in Salty Wound is infinitely better than any of the solos on Dead Magnetic or Hardwired. Yup, I said it. I mean, take a hint, dude. Maybe it's possible that you always were in the wrong band to start with. Just a thought, that's all. Wrapped in the Arms of Rage has a pretty cool intro followed by some of the most hard-hitting riffs on this album, making it quite the underrated song of the album. Heck, if half the album had the intensity, melody and songwriting of this song, the album would easily get an 80-85% rating in my book. Body Harvest and Collateral Damage are chock full of mosh riffs guaranteed to make you start headbanging in no time, along with meaty guitar licks. If you're looking for an album to get drunk to, lift weights, work out and blow off some steam, you could do a heck of a lot worse than this, and honestly, I'd take this over 80% of thrash out there. It's loud, angry, stomping and gets the job done pretty damn well. But ultimately the album is quite devoid of any kind of variety or range, and the music suffers because of it, simply due to the fact that there's almost no reason for you to listen to it more than twice at best. Hopefully their new album will be the much needed change for the better, and I for one, will definitely be waiting to give it a spin sooner or later. Not better than the Anthrax or Megadeth albums released of late, but I'd gladly take these guys over the recent releases of Slayer, Kreator and Metallica by a country mile. Great fun, but no real lasting value and overlong songs.